Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today. BioHiTech Global provides smart technology solutions to drive positive environmental change. We do that in two ways. One, by providing cost-effective technology solutions for waste management industry. And the second, by providing high-level disinfecting solutions to our clients. I'd like to begin with our waste diversion technologies. The problem in the United States is the fact that we're behind the curve in sustainable waste disposal. I'd like to begin with a few key statistics that most people aren't aware of. Approximately 80% of the non-recyclable waste generated in the United States ends up in landfills. 30 to 40% of U.S. food production is ultimately wasted. About 22% of the total waste that ends up in landfills in the United States is in fact food waste, with another 20% of total waste deposited being made up of plastics. Each year, there are over 8 million metric tons of plastic that end up in our oceans. We strive to provide change to the environment and positive environmental outcomes for our customers by reducing and eliminating landfill utilization, reducing food waste generation with behavior-changing data and analytics, lowering carbon emissions and other harmful greenhouse gases, and helping to keep plastics from our oceans. We do this in three ways, one of which is our on-site food waste disposal technology. You can think of this as sort of a robotic stomach. We convert food waste into a liquid that's safely discharged to any standard sewer line. We eliminate carbon emissions from transportation and landfill disposal, and we typically cost less than traditional waste disposal. Our second solution is a cloud-based data analytics platform. We're the only company to offer patented IoT technology which differentiates us from our competitors. We provide our customers with actionable real-time supply chain management information, which can help our customers affect behavioral change to reduce waste generation. Our third means of helping our customers achieve sustainability is by operating the nation's only resource recovery facility using a patented process which can convert municipal solid waste into an EPA-recognized renewable fuel that ultimately can be used as an alternate to coal. We can ultimately reduce landfill utilization by up to 80%, and we address the non-recyclable plastics problem in the United States. This is a multi-billion-dollar opportunity with over 1 million locations potentially utilizing our food waste digesters and with substantial problems throughout the United States and around our nation with landfill disposal. We market our on-site solutions to a variety of industries, including restaurants, hospitality, grocery and big box stores, marine and cruise industry, which we announced today an additional $400,000 order received by one of our customers, Carnival Corporation, government, food services, as well as other industries such as healthcare. We've got models that are available to support various levels of customer food waste volumes. We help our customers comply with the current food waste regulations. We provide real-time data analytics for supply chain management and to support corporate social responsibility and sustainability reporting. And we also offer an attractive leasing model with no upfront cost or capital investment to our customers. Our data and analytics tool provides our customers with the ability to access real-time data through our patented IoT software platform. We hope our customers will use this real-time data to affect positive environmental change and reduce the amount of food waste that's ultimately generated, saving them money at the same time. As I mentioned, we're excited about our recent contract with Carnival Corporation as we announced additional orders today. We were excited initially about the execution of this contract earlier in the year, but obviously the COVID pandemic provided a little bit of uncertainty around that business. We're happy to see that the industry has now got some positive momentum. We're beginning to see increased orders. We've recently announced about $1.4 million in orders under this contract, and we're happy that the Department of Justice continues to drive an effort for the cruise industries to become more sustainable. As we believe, as the cruise industry recommences operations later this year, it'll open up significant other growth opportunities for us in the maritime industry. Some of our customers are noted on this slide, but include institutions like the Hard Rock Cafe, Carnival Corporation, Hilton Hotels, as well as the United States government. I'll move on to our resource recovery facility solution. As I mentioned earlier, we're the first company to utilize a patented process of converting municipal solid waste into an EPA-approved renewable fuel. We own and operate the nation's first facility utilizing this technology in Martinsburg, West Virginia. By deploying this technology, we can reduce landfill utilization by up to 80%. We can produce an EPA-recognized solid recovered fuel, which can safely be used as an alternative to coal, and we can generate high EBITDA margins due to the significant automation of this facility. Significant reductions to the environmental impacts of current methods of disposal represents the future of waste disposal in the United States. As previously mentioned, our facility in Martinsburg is the first of its kind in the United States to utilize this technology. We did commence operations in 2019. We financed the facility with $33 million in tax-exempt revenue bonds, and we've got multi-year contracts to support both the input and output of waste and fuel products. An example of how we compare to the traditional model. On the top of the slide, those of you who are viewing it can see the traditional model where standard waste collection trucks will collect household waste and commercial waste, deposit it into a transfer station or landfill in the United States, and ultimately, as you can see, 95% of the waste that's generated in the United States ultimately will end up in a landfill. As compared to our solution, at the same cost to haulers and municipalities, we're able to put that municipal waste through our patented process, with the outcomes becoming 20% or less, ultimately ending up in a landfill, and with 40 to 50% of the incoming waste product being converted into a renewable fuel source. As I mentioned earlier, the HEBIOT technology represents the future of waste management in the United States. There are multiple opportunities for us to grow this business. One is to develop and own our own facilities, as we did in Martinsburg, West Virginia. The second is to potentially partner with municipalities or regional haulers who are in lack of traditional waste disposal methods. And the third is potentially licensing the technology in an asset-light model where we can just monetize our proprietary rights. We've got several identified locations in the planning stage, mainly in the Northeast United States, and our goal is to target 1 to 2 new facilities online each year. Moving over to our disinfection technology, going into the COVID pandemic, we assessed our resources and found that our contacts, our Rolodex, and our reputation were amongst our strongest assets. To assist our customers with the post-COVID reopening challenges, we sought out additional environmentally friendly technologies to meet specific needs in health and safety. We identified organic, safe biological solutions that would help our customers achieve their post-COVID objectives. And ultimately, we selected Altipure as a product to move forward with. We were concerned about the solutions involving chemicals out there and available out in the market and potential contaminants to the environment. And Altipure identified itself to us as the most organic and effective solution for post-COVID disinfection, high-level disinfection. How does the technology work? The technology utilizes an ultrasonic process with a proprietary agent to dispense a sub-micron aerosol, which is capable of achieving a log 6 disinfection of all surfaces in an area. What that means is essentially hospital-grade disinfection in any common area, like a patient room, a passenger cabin, an office complex, or whatever it may be. This technology has historically been used specifically in operating rooms. Prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, we viewed the new normal as a huge opportunity for hospital-grade disinfection in industries and businesses that never had a need for such type of disinfection. Our goal with the technology was to initially leverage our customer opportunities in our current market service, including cruise lines, hotel, hospitality, hospital and assisted living, and education. We collaborated with existing stakeholders to introduce additional opportunities in government and long-term care markets, and we believe there's a significant potential to expand the relationships with Altapure beyond distribution, as we believe that the market for products and services around high-level disinfection will continue to grow in the future. In summary, why BioHiTech? We provide cost-effective proprietary technologies with a first-mover advantage. We service large target markets in early stage of adoption, representing a significant high-margin growth opportunity. Corporate and social responsibility, as well as regulatory efforts, are beginning to accelerate the demand for sustainable disposal technologies. The environmental benefits around our products include reduced landfill usage and food waste generation, as well as the reduction of harmful carbon and methane emissions. Our growing customer base includes Fortune 500 companies and government, and the new opportunity around post-COVID disinfection represents an entirely different market and the ability to cross-sell products within our existing infrastructure, as well as our proven management team with a successful track record. With that, I'll open it up to any questions from the audience. So a question was asked, we recently announced another large digester order with Carnival, so they must be pleased with the product. What kind of feedback are they giving you? Leading up to the execution of the contract earlier this year, we had undergone a pretty rigorous due diligence process that lasted about 6 months with Carnival, where they did a competitive analysis of not only competitive products, direct competitive products, as well as other indirect competitive solutions for food waste disposal. We were happy to be chosen as their priority environmental supplier of food waste disposal technologies. You know, it started with 1 unit, it grew to 12 units. We then landed the $14 million contract, which could represent as many as 600 units. As I mentioned earlier, COVID definitely slowed things down a bit, but we're very happy now to have received just under $1.5 million in orders from Carnival, showing us that there will be additional demand going forward. So the way we look at it is, you know, this $14 million originally was planned to be deployed over 2020 and 2021. We now think it'll push into late 2020, 2021, and probably 2022 as well. Do we have a dehydrator composter option in development? We're constantly developing and improving our technology. We are certainly entertaining the concept of dehydration and in-vessel composting. We acknowledge that there is a market demand for solutions that produce a potential soil amendment in certain areas of the United States. So right now, you know, we're exploring every option, as we always do, to expand our product line from not only wet digestion, but to in-vessel composting, dehydration, and whatnot. So it's certainly something we haven't ruled out and believe we may see in the future. Where's our product manufactured? We're proud to say that we manufacture 100% of our products in the United States. Currently, all the steel bending as well as the electrical components and assembly happens in Pennsylvania. We do final assembly of the product and quality control in our headquarters and warehouse in New York State.